Incredibly frustrating, yeah. Well, especially, you know, I've been sort of week in, week out for 6 or 7 seasons before moving out there, and then to sort of be in a position where it's the good times are rolling and you're not really a part of it, it is difficult, yeah, it's hard. Well, yeah, usually for midweek games, like 7:45 and 8 o'clock kickoffs, I can't listen to them because that's like 5 AM kickoff for me, so with working the next day it's a non-starter. For the weekend games, if it's 3 o'clock, that's 11 or 12 at night, so that's okay, I can watch the games, but I live in an apartment building and the walls are pretty thin, so if Stoke score, then I kind of have to, you know, stuff a towel in my mouth or something like that. I can't really go as mental as I'd like, so it does have its problems. I never feel like it's truly a solo mental because you've got the crowd noise coming from the computer or the radio, so you do always feel some kind of connection with the fellow Stokies. The biggest thing is my living room's really small, so just to try and not to knock things over, you know. I've broken a table against Arsenal, so I'm still in trouble for that, so yeah, try and keep it under control really. I think yeah, it's probably the fact that when you watch the games on TV, it's a 90 minutes or 2 hours experience, whereas when you're going, particularly I miss away games, you know, when it's a whole day, you're getting up early in the morning, you're going in the car with your mates or on the coach with a lot of other Stokies, and then it's kind of like it's a full day out and it's a real experience, you know, and just like the atmosphere in the Britannia, I mean, it's really come across on the TV and on the radio this season. The noise is amazing in the stadium, and you just kind of feel like, well, I've been in there with 6,000 or 7,000 people, 10,000 people. It'd be brilliant to be in there, you know, week in, week out, and it's full, you know. So probably, yeah, the noise at home, and just the full match day experience for away games. Yeah. Well, I think it really hinges on. It's like a mini season from now on. We've got, is it 11 games to go? 5 or 6 wins should do it. I don't see any reason why not. The only thing that's bothering me is we've got 6 wins from the first 27. Now we're looking for 6 wins in 11, but I think they can do it. Yeah, I'm quietly confident, starting tonight.
We send him oatcakes. Of course, my mum thought that we're sending the real oatcakes and said, will they last that long? I also send him newspaper cuttings, but of course he gets a lot of information now on the internet. But anything quirky or anything amusing, we try and send. And when there's a match being on, we're usually emailing to commiserate, because he really does miss having somebody to chew the fat with after the match.
It's just a constant frustration and disappointment to us to know that he has been such a fanatical fan, and it means so much to him, that he's now away from the atmosphere and the just walking to the game and enjoying the atmosphere of seeing it live, and that's a source of disappointment. And but while he's here, obviously he wants to avail himself of as many Stoke games as he can get, and most of his waking moments, I'm sure, are preoccupied by his thoughts of Stoke and what they're attempting to do.
And you're going to the Bolton game with him tonight. Is it good to go along to a game with him again?
Well, if you ask any father that question, I think you'd get the same answer. For me, it is just absolutely sublime.
The game, both sides were quite good. You know, they didn't give much away. Bolton didn't.
And they think Stoke stand a good chance of staying up.
They do anyway.
Oh, great result, obviously a great result too. I think we actually started the game quite positive, you know. Let them get into it a little bit, but really positive performance after pretty lacklustre start on Sunday, but I think we had a lot of confidence, came in and really showed them that we could do it.
Yeah, it was a really good game. I'm glad Fuller come on the second half. Thought it really improved the forward attack.
We need to get rid of Megson. He's just no tactics Megson, whatsoever. He's not a ginger tactic. It's just rubbish. We're in no Europe now. That's it. At least we're not second bottom.
I thought the first half, Stoke didn't get much of the ball. Bolton were in charge. Didn't make many chances, but they were on top. I think where the game was won was the middle of the second half. Stoke got on top, made a few chances, scored the second goal, and that seemed to knock the stuffing out of Bolton. I think from then on we were fairly comfortable. So the second half, the substitutions were right, I think. Tony Pulis gives a better half-time team talk than before the game, I think. Yeah, well, I found there's one quite good website. I think it's www.whydelilah.co, something like that. Anyway, yeah, that's usually pretty good.